Yep. So today I'm going to share a chapter update of buildingSMART Japan. I will start from overview of our chapter, and I'm going to show some topics such as National BIM Program and IFC Mandate, and the PSART and the 3D City Model Program today. So this is BSJ membership status. Current membership stands at totally 171 organizations. And the main body of paying members is company category. And those are counted at 147. And we are a situation that's slightly including this company memberships for recent years. And when we look at the pie chart, about 40% of members are coming from software vendors or solution providers. On the other hand, other about 6% memberships are coming from other end users, including a general contractor, subcontractor, design office, and civil engineering consultants. So we have this kind of it's balanced portfolio at this moment. And this is our chapters. It's a core structure of organizations. We have a General Assembly. This is all members are gathering, and the BSJ board is kind of authorizing of making decisions of BSJ directions, and the steering committees coordinate the different kind of working groups and committees. And we have a kind of business department, and this group contains PSART Japan teams. This team is working with BSI PSART teams to organize the PSART program in Japan. And so this business department is a very special group which has a certain revenue from the existing user programs like this. And I'm leading these international committees to collaborate BSI activities and domain committees activities. And these two architectural committee and the civil engineering committees are it's a driving force of our chapter. And so this is a core part of activities of our chapter. And looking at much more detail of domain committees, architecture committee has 5 subcommittees like architectural design, structural design, MEP and environment, and the construction. This is Ken Ender is leading, and the building data coordination subcommittees. And the civil engineering committees are working with building smart international infrastructure loan very closely, and they have a bridge, port, sphere, road, tunnel subcommittees, and they have civil engineering data coordination subcommittees. This committee is kind of technical committees to define kind of SMVD's stuffs. And the international and the technical committees are working together with domain committees to coordinate the international and the domestic activities. And this is here another angle of BSJ activities to outreach the audience in our industries. We have a BSJ channel in YouTube. And so far, we published the couple of open BIM video clips like OpenBeam basic lecture course, and subcommittees are organizing IOC-based topics on webinar at this moment. So we are publishing this kind of movie clips. And some of the movie clips are used in PSAT training course for reference of IFC's definitions and MVD IDM stuffs. And these are board members. We are very carefully to keep the balance of board member attributes. And the board members are coming from architectural design and the construction sectors, civil engineering and academia, and the technology and the public agencies. So we have this kind of the balanced the members from our industry. And the BSJ is also providing information services like this. Its most oldest one is a website to publish the organization overview and headline news and BSI translated news, and so on. And the internal website is it's kind of intranet for BSJ members. You can search the members directory, and you can set your own event and the meeting in this intranet. And detailed industry news and the BSI translated newsletters are opened in this intranet. And of course, we have other cloud services like Box and Zoom to communicate or to organize the online communications. So BSJs are providing this kind of information services at this moment. And this is the international commitment of BSJ. BSJ is full member, and the Kajima, Obayashi, Shimizu are multinational members, and the Oyo and the Takenax are standard members at this moment. And we are now running a foundation basic PSAT. And we are very happy to adapt the new coming entry management practitioner courses in the near future. And we have international memberships participations like Autodesk, Oracle, Blix, Dassault Systems, and Vectorworks in our chapter. So in the few next few slides, I'd like to share it's the Japan's national BIM program right now. So this is the overview of Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism. We call MLIT. It's a Japanese governmental agency of construction industry. The MLIT published its OpenBeam initiatives covering DX for building and city area and the real estate industries. And this DX roadmap covers is a BIM for building code checking. And this is becoming IOC mandate within a few years. And MLIT is now, it's putting very big resource and money to establish the 3D city model in Japanese, its major cities. And also this real estate idea is very interesting idea to connect the real estate trade market with OpenBeam. So MLIT is now so running this kind of BIM implementations based on OpenBIM. To accelerate this roadmap, MLIT also has started BIM subsidy program this year. And this program has already started January 2023. And this subsidiary program is mainly focusing on to support small and middle-sized companies to get involved in the BIM process. And the total budget is 60 million US dollar. It is it's approximately 8 billion Japanese yen. And this BIM subsidy program is kind of a project-based subsidy. And this subsidy is covering BIM software license, CDE cost, and the personnel expenses for BIM manager and the BIM coordinator, and also covering training cost. And there are three categories by total area, and the most largest size is over 30,000 square meters. And totally, I think this category's maximum refund could be 680,000 US dollar. It is maximum, its number. And in each project, the lead appointed party, it's normally general contractor or architectural design offices, has a responsibility to organize the BIM implementation support for its newcomers like subcontractors and the small and medium sized enterprise. And also the leader appointed party needs to make applications of subsidy to the government. Finally, this subsidy is going to this project members, like subcontractors and small and medium-sized enterprise, to cover BIM software license, training costs, and personnel expenses of BIM manager and the coordinator. So this is the basic idea, and I have heard that the almost likely this subsidies application it's ended because of the submissions the fulfilled the maximum budget. So, but it is still under examinations of each application. But I think this subsidiary program is very well. It's a hot topics, and I think next year we will see the result of this interesting BIM initiatives. And the next one is IFC mandate for building code check trial on 2025. This is also MLIT. It's a plan to promote open BIM based building code checking, and this is very similar to Finnish building code checking initiatives, and in Japan, its government will start the trial since from 2025, and there will be about 2 years for some kind of testing and a pilot project. And in this stage, applicant needs to submit IFC and PDF drawings. And these drawings needs to be created by a BIM software or BIM model directly, so that these drawings are very consistent and very well, it's clean in a sense. And after that, the MLIT wants to move to RFC data automatic checking phase. But we need to much more detail and preparation to define very it's a detail of MVDs or IDS stuffs to implement the automatic checking framework. But now it's government and industries and academia are working on this planning and realistic implementations. And the BSJ is very core body of this MLIT roadmap for building code checking based on OpenBIM. So next is 3D city model program regarding IFC and STGML stuff. So MLIT also started 3D city model development in 2020, and the basic city model is just a LOD1, just a surface of building. However, MLIT started the making the guideline to develop the LOD4 level STGML environment. And BSJ has been working with this 3D city model IDM and MVD development since 2 years ago. And this spring, we could succeed to revise the latest IDM and MVD for 3D city model. And this is it's Japanese, but it is available to download from MLIT website. And this MVD is completely, well, a subset of C Continuation View 2.0. So it's a common BIM software or BIM authoring tools can export this city model compatible IFC data. But, and this is the highlight of 3D city model MVDs, and to put the IFC model on the GIS data, the projected CLS and the map conversion information is very important. And during this MVD development, we have very carefully referenced IFC for IFC map conversion, IFC projected CLS class, and also model setup IDM, georeferencing a technical document by BSI. So I think the MVD is completed, and some of BIM authoring tools are compatible with this MVD to export the coding projected CLS and map conversion informations, but some of software doesn't support this MVD. So next step could be this kind of micro MVD needs to be involved in some reference view or other coming new MVDs. And the last topic is PSAT situation in BSJ. We officially started PSAT in 2021, and the first certification was appeared in last summer, 2022 July, and now the certifications numbers are increasingly up to 250. And we are now 4 registered training providers: Graphisoft Japan, Global Beam, Obayashi, and Transcosmos. The Obayashi is it's multinational members and the general contractors, and they are running PSAT training for only internal and in-house employees. So these 3 Graphisoft, Global Beam, Transcosmos it's widely providing it's a PSAT training in Japanese industries. And we launched the dedicated website for PSAT promotions, and we are holding a monthly meeting with BSJ staffs and the providers to share the feedbacks and resolve issues. And also we are making efforts to promote PSAT in magazines and other medias like this. And the left-hand side, this is one of promotion efforts of each companies. In this is a Kajima case. In Kajima, it's if you get the certificate, it's their employees and well, the company in this case, Kajima subsidize the cost, all cost of a PSAT for the employees. So this system is very good for its employees, and this is kind of very good idea to encourage the people to take the PSAT certifications. And the last sentence is a challenge to address for the future. And regarding the PSAT, in Japan, we have some new domestic entry-level training courses are coming. So we need to make differentiations and harmonizations with other this kind of BIM training courses. And we look at the international level, yet another BSI, British Standard Institutes, are providing BIM professional certifications and ISO 1965 or training. So we need to harmonize these existing efforts to collaborate. And we are in the BSI launched the new PSAT course, Entry Practitioner Management. So BSJ is very excited to localize of these new efforts from BSI. Okay, thank you very much. That's all from buildingSMART Japan.